There was one day when I was at home and I got an email from a friend that said, "Hey, I'm not sure if you're aware of what's going on down here in Australia, but there are these miners that are trapped, and it's big news. It's in Tasmania. There's a couple miners that are trapped, and when they were finally contacted, one of the miners, the first thing he wanted was a Foo Fighters album." And I hadn't heard about this yet. It hadn't made the news in America. And I was so incredibly blown away. After I read the email, I sent them a note. I said, "Hey, it's Dave, and I hope you guys are hanging in there, and next time I come to Australia, you got 2 tickets to any show you want to come to. We'll have a couple beers, and I'll see you when you get out." Next time we were down in Australia, I heard that Brent Webb, one of the miners, was going to come see us play. We played at the Sydney Opera House. We did an acoustic show. And the night before the acoustic show, I was in my hotel where the Sydney Opera House was right outside of the window. I knew this guy was coming, and I thought, I'm going to write a song for this dude. I know he's coming. He's like a national hero at this point. I know he's coming, so I'm going to write a piece of music just for him. So I wrote this acoustic piece of music, just a guitar thing. And I dedicated it to him, and I played it. And then afterwards, he and his wife came backstage. And, I didn't want to talk about what had happened in the mine. I mean, he was down there for a couple weeks, I think, and it just didn't seem like the sort of thing that you want to bring up in casual conversation. That dude joked about it. He was he was such an inspiration, that guy. I mean, you can imagine, or you can't imagine, what he had been through, what he must have gone through. And we went back to the hotel bar, we got fucked up. And I promised him I'd put that song on the next record. So when we were making the next record, we were almost done, and I thought, oh shit, I promised that guy I'd put this thing on the record. So we put it on the record. It's called The Ballad of the Beaconsfield Miners.